Hello, 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 family. Melly Mel is in the house. How you doing, Miss Melly? Good to see you, darling. Let us know your city. Let us know your state. Let us know where you are in the comments, if you will. Got a special presentation with you all in mind. I'm going to give it about 45 or so seconds before I start sharing my screen. Come on in this house. Got some great information to cover for such a time as this. And I'm grateful and thankful to have the opportunity to do so. So let's go with this 30-second countdown. Let us know that you're here. Don't be shy. Don't be bashful. Don't be scared. No one's going to bite. All right, we're almost there, getting it lined up. Hope your Monday went well, whether it was errand day, day of rest, or a normal day. Hey, Apostle Deborah, I love that presentation. That was off the chain. Love how you guys put that together. That was absolutely incredible. Got some great stuff we're going to cover. Let anybody and everybody know it's on and popping. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We got Tennessee is in the house. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let me start sharing my screen. I'm going to get this together for you, and I hope I do it right. Y'all know I struggle with this attention deficit from time to time. If I get it right, it should share, and you should be able to see my screen, and you should be able to see me at the same time. I'm going to look here. It looks like it's okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that. You know, being an admin at the same time is somewhat difficult at times. So thank you so much. So here's what we're talking about this evening. It's been in my spirit all weekend, really, as we're doing a countdown. Now, let me just say this. I know some folk are counting down because they're trying to get up out of here. And what I mean by that is they're trying to get up out of this thing that was called 2020. Like they feel like they were being punked. They feel like it was, you know, all kind of stuff going on. But let me challenge you to kind of correct your thinking, because sometimes we miss, even in the valleys, even in the lowest places, even when we're hurting and we're really going through and struggling, there's still beauty in that. The fact that you can inhale and exhale, the fact that you're in your right mind. The fact that if you're watching this, that means you got some internet. Come on. There are so many billions of people around the planet, around the globe, that don't even have that. So that by itself means we have something to be thankful and grateful for. With that being said, let me just say this. As we're closing out the year, don't be in a rush. We still got time. The Lord made the day in 6 days, rested on the seventh. The world was lost. His children were lost. He lost his babies, sent his son. Come on. And 3 days is all it took to save the whole world. Do you know what can be accomplished with the remainder of time we have left in 2020? Don't you dare make the mistake of thinking it's over. And don't you dare make the mistake of rushing. Take every day and maximize the opportunity. Now we're ready to begin. We're going to be talking about a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Let me know if that's what you want to do. If you want to level up, Edward, good to see you, man. If you want to level up for your new year, I need to see you in the notes real quick. I can't see everything on the screen because my screen is full with the slide, but I need y'all to go to the comments now. I need to hear some feedback. Put hashtag level up. If you know that you desire to level up for 2021. In fact, we can still get it in for 2020. But if you know for a fact, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you're ready to level up, go ahead and put that in the notes. Evangelist Rebecca, good to see you, darling. Thanks for chiming in. First Lady Tanya is in the house. Brooklyn. What's going on, Brownsville? All right, so we're going to level up. I need to see some of those comments. And we believe, listen, we're a part of a network. Many of us in the comments are, and our motto is this: a better life requires a better way. And because it does, that's the premise that we'll be speaking from on this evening. Well, here's the first rule. I'm going to give you a dozen. First rule, here it is. A dozen ways to level up for your new year. Number one, become new to do new. Become new to do new. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. Because a lot of times we're expecting, we got these New Year's resolutions. We got these New Year's wishes. And some of us, we real spiritual, right? We got these New Year's prayers. Well, it's all going to be the same unless we change. Because until we change, nothing else does. And I've literally made up my mind, whatever it comes, I'm going in differently. And because I'm going in differently, I'm going to come out differently. Become new and do new. You've heard it said many times, I'm sure, that we have to understand we're called human beings. What are you being? What are you being? Who is you? Come on. Who is you? Who you be? Become new. Whatever you be, whatever you become that's new, that's going to be the way that you're going to be able to operate. That's going to be the way you're going to be able to perform. Your behavior will come out of that experience of becoming that new person. A lot of mind renewing, a lot of mind transformation, not just information, but transformation. Has to be a metamorphosis, has to be some sort of change that takes place. Man, we got time to really get into a space. Some of us need a quiet space. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes we just need, and man, God, this has really been a gift, really, when you think about some of the things we've experienced this year, because we've gotten out of our normal routines. Sometimes it's our routine that's killing us. We're not able to sharpen the sword like we really need to sharpen the sword because we're always using the sword. But if you take the time, whatever you need to do in this time frame to become new, I believe you can do new. Somebody put that in the comments for me. I'm ready to do new. Come on. I got my girl in the notes, in the comments. Kingston, North Carolina is in the house, ready to level up. So number one, become new and you'll do new. Number two, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Number two, begin at the end to win at the end. We're thinking of, here we are, counting down, getting out of 2020. We're ready to shout Happy New Year. I mean, folk probably they probably never stayed up for the midnight experience, but they're going to be staying up this time because they want to see that thing come in. I'll never forget. We were with a beautiful group, family, my in-loves, my wife, my kids, and some very dear friends in ministry. We were all in Jamaica on a cruise ship, bringing in 2021. My daughter called me the other day and said, Dad, we got to go do something. I said, girl, please, ain't nobody think about you, But she ready. Look, she want to repeat. I'm like, girl, baby, not this year. It ain't happening. We doing it different. We gonna lock in this year. But the thing of it is, those are the types of experiences that are life-changing. But if you want to do this, if you want to really level up, you got to begin at the end to win at the end. See, we're thinking of ending 2020. You're missing it. Don't think of ending 2020. Think of ending 2020. By the grace of God and the fact that the creek won't rise, the end of 2021 rather, what do you want that to look like? Because if your mind is fixated, if your mind is focused on closing out 2020 instead of 2021, you've missed something. And I don't want you to miss that. So a dozen ways to level up for your new year. You got to begin at the end so that you can win at the end of 2021. I'll really simplify it for you. Let's just say it was a book you're going to write. And that's one of my things that I got to finish my third book. Should have been done, as we say back home. Should have been done that, right? Well, to finish that, let's just say it's going to be 12 chapters. Well, if I'm going to do it and I'm going to think of it finishing out at the end of the year, although it won't take all that, if I was going to make it take all that, that's a chapter a month. And if you break that thing up, a chapter a month, that means every week I probably need, a good section in there that I'm writing, at least a good section, a good thought, a good nugget, building on one a week. Well, if you follow that pace, by the end of the year, clearly you would have your entire book written. You could break down anything we want to accomplish in life can be broken down into those types of components, but you got to begin at the end so that you can win at the end of the year in mind. And in our case, is 2021. I hope that's making sense to you. Mamu, it's good to see you, darling. Much love. She says she was at the masquerade ball last year. All right now, that's what I'm talking about. She was balling last year. A little bit different right now, and that's okay, because different is good. You know, we need a little spontaneity. We need a little diversity in our life. You know, we can't always do all the things that we want to do. It requires a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Number 3, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Feed your faith, starve your fears. I'm sure you've heard that. Feed your faith, starve your fears. What are you feeding? Man, I hear people rehearse, and I've done it before, so I'm not trying to act like I arrived. I'm not trying to act like, you know, I don't have moments like this. I think every human being, the vast majority at least, 99.99% of the people, and then that 0.1%, they're probably lying. But we struggle with, everybody has some fear, some insecurity, some weakness, some issue, some dysfunction, some struggle. We all got something. We're human beings. Come on. We have not arrived. But what you got to do is you got to feed the thing that you want to be the stronger. And in this case, for us, if you're going to level up for your new year, 2021, you have to feed your faith. And by feeding your faith, here's what happens. By default, you're going to starve your fears. See, if you focus on starving your fears, that's the wrong focus. That's the wrong angle. Come at it from the position of strength. Feed the faith. I'm going to say it again, and you'll starve your fears. You ever have an experience in the backyard and you say, my God, it's pretty green out there, and you go out there and you see all them weeds? You thought it was grass? No, those were weeds. And then you're like, my God, how am I going to get rid of all these weeds? Feed the grass and the weeds will choke. Same experience. Feed your faith and starve your fear. I need somebody to put that in the comments. Feed your faith, starve your fears. And I'm one who believes, I'm a believer. I believe the Lord. I believe that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. That's my primary revelation. That's my primary go-to to build my faith. Now, I love to read inspiration. I love to read motivation. I love to read something historical that shares with me how men and women came through all kinds of hell and just rose through the ashes. I love stories like that, man. I could do that all day, every day. But the thing of it is, the word of God for me is my number one source. Whatever your source is, use it. Because that's what it's all about. You got to feed your faith. You got to be in a place. You got to dive into the pool and get saturated. You got to get wet. You got to get baptized in an experience that, you're giving it everything you got, and you got to absorb that knowledge that even though you're dealing with something that's difficult, that you're going to rise to a whole new level. Do you know there are people that have been through much more? I don't know how hard your story is and what you've been through and what you've experienced. My heart goes out to all those who are hurting now, and I don't want to minimize your pain and tell you it's nothing, get over it. I would never be insensitive like that. I don't believe that's not the type of thing that I think we should do. But there's a level of what we'll call tough truth that we do have to process, and that's this. This too shall pass. Trouble don't last always. No matter what we're going through, key word is we're going through. And we got to feed our faith that way. We got to know that it's going to, if it didn't kill us, we have the opportunity for it to make us stronger. So feed your faith. Make sure you're building yourself up in your inner man, in your thinking, because as a man thinks, so is he. Number 4, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Focus on a vision much bigger than you. My God, that is so important. And sometimes I get distracted. Again, this attention deficit is hard on the brother sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't even realize I had it until I looked at some of my cheering. And then I said, Lord have mercy. That's what I was struggling with all them years. I just didn't know it. They didn't have that diagnosis back in the day. But Lord, I know what they were dealing with, what they've been dealing with, because now I see where it came from. But here's my point. Focus on a vision. See, if you just focus on all the things that you don't know, you haven't learned, and this is wrong and that is wrong, they didn't do this and they didn't do that. You're in the wrong space, wrong focus. Never will forget driving. I can't remember the bridge. Apostle Deborah, you might know because I think it was out in your area. It's either Alabama or somewhere in there. There's a huge bridge on I-10. And I mean, that thing is up and you got nothing but water on both sides. And everybody's, I don't mind driving fast and all that. But the thing of it was, that was my first experience driving home. That was, decades ago. And I was going to the East Coast back to New York. And the thing of it was, as I was looking, I was enjoying the scenery. Don't get me wrong. I was enjoying the view. Heights don't really scare me like that. But the thing of it was, I noticed as I was looking over, my car was going over at the same time. I said, oh, good God, what the world's going on here? And then I said, well, let me look on the other side. So I started looking at the other side, and I noticed that my car started moving again. Here's what I found out in the script from my own life. Whatever you're looking at, you better catch this. Whatever you're focusing on, that becomes your destination. So you got to be very careful what you look at for prolonged periods of time. I mean, if you're looking at problems for prolonged, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to do that? Stop focusing on the how. What you focus on becomes your reality. It becomes your destination. Be careful what you focus on there. Focus on a vision then that's much bigger than you. Because when you focus on something that's bigger, larger, greater than you, you can become the thing that's greater than you. Number 4, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Focus on a vision that's much bigger, larger than you. But let me give you this next one. Number 5, Myron, good to see you, man. Thanks for chiming in. Number 5, count the cost to pursue your purpose. Y'all have heard it said, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And there's a bill to be paid. But there's going to be a bill to be paid anyway. You're going to either pay for people's opinions. You're going to pay for people to tell you that you can't do it. You're going to pay for people to tell you it won't work. What do you do? What are you paying? You're paying them attention, and too much at that. You're going to pay for family that won't support you. You're going to pay for 1,000 things. The fact of the matter is you're going to pay. Just make sure you make the right payment to the right source. And here's what we need to do. If we're going to level up for our new year, you want to level up for your new year coming? Count the cost now. Just know up front, there's going to be some people that will not believe that you can do it. They might believe it for other people, but they won't believe it for you. You just make sure you're not one of those persons that you're believing it for others, but you won't believe it for yourself. Because sometimes that's the seat that we sit in. We're believing great for everybody else, but we're believing very little for ourselves. No, you have to count the cost if you're really going to pursue your purpose. You got to know and understand that you're just as great. That greatness is in you too. You're just as qualified, because the people that really have accomplished the most amazing things in life, when you study them, the most inspirational thing to me is you begin to discover the common theme. They really weren't even qualified for that. They just, what we say back home, they just went for broke. They just gave it what they had. And they just gave it what they had, and it became what it is. Count the cost now, man. Count the cost so you can pay the price to pursue your purpose. Somebody put that in the comments. I'm counting the costs. See, we got a few days left. Count the costs in those few days. Know now what you have to pay so that when the bill comes, you don't get brand new. You don't get shocked. You knew that you had to pay that price up front. Number 6, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Dream with your team and vibe with your tribe. That's one of my favorites. Dream with your team, vibe with your tribe. I'm a part of something that's so much larger than myself in so many ways. Shout out to all of Team Legacy. Shout out to all of Team Joshua Generation. Shout out to all of Team USA Takeover. Man, things are happening around here. Why? Because it's not about what I can do by myself. Thank God I don't have to do this thing alone. It would be exhausting. It would be impossible. But when you dream with your team and you vibe with your tribe, when you connect with like-minded individuals, when you lock arms and hearts with divine connections, things begin to happen in that core group that can never happen in solo. We got too many Lone Rangers. We got too many people that, it's all about them. And, I really don't like being around people with that mindset, as a leader, you got so many different types of leaders. But one of the types of leaders that I just is really not a leader. It's another thing. It's a position. It's a rank. It's a title. It's something, but it is not leadership. Where the only one who wins is them. That is not a leader. Listen, you got to connect with people who are leaders. And I love what Apostle Deborah has been pointing out over and over again so consistently. Leaders create leaders, not followers. That's so important for us to know this. But you need to know this too. The leader is a mindset always thinking, how can I help people get in place, get in position, get connected, tap in, lock arms to bring out the best in everybody. See, we know this. When the community wins, everybody wins. When the team wins, I don't care if you were the one getting the water, if you were the cheerleader, come on. If you made the flyers, if you're a part of the team, you win too. So you got to dream with your team and vibe with your tribe. And one of the things we got to do, if we're going to level up for this new year coming, make sure you are a vital part of the team. Don't be out there flandering around. Don't be out there flapping in the wind. Don't be out there disconnected. Don't be out there like a shredded strand of thread just hanging on. No, connect, man. What happens when your phone is not on a charger long enough and you've been on that thing all day and you just, you got a piece of a cord. You ever have a cord and he's like, hey, this cord is all knotted up, kinked up, and looks like had four connectors in it. Now you got half a connector left, and you put that thing on a charger, and it's been up there 7 hours, and it's still on 3%. Why? Because it's not connected. Don't be that type of team member. Be connected to the team. Dream with your team and vibe with your tribe. I hope this is making sense to anybody. Mamu, absolutely right. Servant leaders. Amen. I love it, Tanya. Coach T in the house. Dream. I love it. With your eyes wide open. Number 7, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. Put some travel with it. Come on here now. That's good teaching right there. Put some travel with it. They made some songs, put some back in it. I don't know that, but put some travel in it. If you want to really level up for your new year, man, 2021 is coming. And I know we've been in this crisis together. The boat has been at dock. We ain't going nowhere for the most part. Well, some of us had, to be honest with you, but that's another story. We'll get to that later. You got to put some travel in 2021. I mean, you got to take some trips. You got to take some getaways. You need some vacations. You need some dreamcations. You got places that you need to see that your foot has not hit the floor in that spot yet. Apostle Deborah says your hips got to be somewhere besides where you've been already. Get that globe out. Y'all still got a globe? Spin that thing around, and point out a few places that you want to go. You probably got some spots in your own city that you haven't even been. Some of us, we don't even go out of our neighborhood. Lord help us. What's really going on? How do you not ever leave your neighborhood, your city, your state, your nation, your continent? Man, this globe is beautiful. God put this thing together all kind of marvelously. It's beautiful, y'all, and we need to see it. And the reality is life is too short to stay home all the time. You need to do some travel. And in this particular opportunity, man, I ain't even told you what it is, but you need to understand this. If somebody shared this teaching, this training, this mindset stimulation with you, I would pretty much be safe to say this. You should connect with them because they're going to show you how you could put some travel in 2021 like never before. Could I just give you a few ways? See, when you really partner with us, we talked about dreaming with your team. And we said that you should vibe with your tribe. Well, a lot of us, we are part of a team and part of a tribe that every single year we get annual getaways. Every single year. Every single year we get about 2 dreamcations where we pay $100 in that neighborhood to stay somewhere beautiful, 4 or 5-star resorts all around the world. And we have over 2,000 places that we can select from. Every single year we're having in the neighborhood of about 12 to 20 world tours that we can participate in, and we can go into our vacation fund draw the money out, and we've only put half of it in there because the company matches what we put in. We can draw money from our vacation fund. Y'all didn't hear me. I'm going to say it again. We can draw money from our vacation fund and choose which one of those world tours we want to go on. I'm talking about Australia. I'm talking about Brazil. I'm talking about Rio de Janeiro. I'm talking about, man, we got some Cancun. I'm talking about France. I'm talking about Europe. I'm talking about the places that we've been dreaming about, but like Coach Tanya said, our eyes were closed. Now we can go with our eyes wide open. Number 7, if you want to level up in 2021, put some travel with it. And all you got to do is just say the word and connect with the person that invited you onto this call. I got my girl here, Miss Mama G, and she's funking for Jamaica, man. That's what I'm talking about. Number 8, a dozen ways to level up for your new year. 2021 is coming. Put some savings with it. Because listen, you don't want to spend every dollar you got. You don't want to go in, you don't want to come out. I don't know how you're going in, but you don't want to come out of 2021 broke. I need to hear from somebody. Put that in the comments. I will not come out of 2021 broke. I won't do it. I need to see that in the comments. I won't come out of 2021 broke. We're going to make some changes here. And we're going to level way up. Here's why. Because we're going to show you how you can even save. See, we know you're spending money in places right now, and you've been doing it before, and you're going to continue doing it. But we're going to show you how to take a lot of what you're already spending and keep it in your pocket. Keep it in your house. Why are you going to pay twice the amount for something that you don't have to? We'll show you that with shopping. We'll show you that with dining. We'll show you that even with entertainment. When shopping, we're talking about comparable to Amazon. Now, let me just be clear. Amazon does have a lot more items, but I always compare my shopping portal to what's in Amazon. I have a Prime account with Amazon. I've had it for 15 plus years, but I always compare because 9 out of the 10 times, if it was available, I always save money with our shopping portal. And there's never any shipping fee. So you always want to check. You always want to check anything that you're going to be shopping for. Dining, come on. This is a no-brainer. When we go out to eat, why would you pay the full price? When you can go on our shopping, on our dining portal, we have over 75,000 participating restaurants with all kind of savings or entertainment. Man, whether you're going to go to a show, whether you're going to go to a movie, man, I miss my movies. Lord help me. If you're going to go to a concert, if you're going to go NBA game, NFL, hockey, whatever your thing is, why would you pay the full price? Do you know how much those tickets cost? Man, we've paid them tickets. And in fact, when I bought our last tickets, it was in Vegas. It was a beautiful show. And then I've been to things locally here too. Sometimes those tickets would be $200, $300. Do you know we've saved as much as 40% off of the price of the tickets? That's a lot of money that we didn't have to pay to somebody else. We were able to keep it in our own household. And I think that's a good thing. We're going to show you how to do the exact same thing. Dozen ways to level up for your new year. Put some savings with it in shopping, dining, and saving. Number 9. Good God Almighty, this is good to me. Dr. Kennedy, it's good to see you, darling. Thanks for chiming in. Number 9. How about put some major, and I did say major, right? Tax deductions with it. Could I tell you my CPA is a part of our team? Why is she a part of our team? Because she knows about saving money, number 1, and she knows about writing off legally deductible expenses. This is what she's done. She's done it for more than 20 years, not only for herself, but for entrepreneurs and business owners all across the United States. So you want to make sure, man, let me tell you, you don't want to go into 2021 without a home-based business. Could I get somebody to help me with that? Y'all need to help me. Put that in the comments. Make that go viral. Put hashtag get you a home-based business. You need it. You think you're doing yourself a favor by not having one? No, you're doing yourself a disfavor. Is that a word? You're doing yourself a disservice by not having a home-based business. If for no other reason, here's a good one right here. All the extra money that you got to pay to the government at the end of every year. Because when you have a home-based business, did you not know that there are over 400 items, depending upon the business, that you have the potential to deduct off your taxes that the average comparable employee does not have the ability to deduct, man, you're losing out on so much of an opportunity by not having a home-based business. So number 9, you want to level up your new year, put some major tax deductions with it. And with our particular opportunity, I've never seen anything better. I mean, we don't have to put anything in the trunk of our car. We don't have to put anything in our, listen, my garage is kind of jacked up right now, but that's another story. But it's not because I got a bunch of stuff that I got to go sell to somebody. I don't have anything in my closets. I don't have anything in the trunk of my car. We don't have to do that. In fact, everything we have as an inventory is usable. You know why? It's called vacation. That's all we do. We take trips at 70% or more discounts. We enjoy ourselves. We take our pictures. We take our videos. We enjoy our company. We enjoy our lives, and we go on about our business. That is our business, the business of travel. Now, we've added some other things, and I'm going to bring that in just a moment. But if you want one of the dozen ways to level up for the new year coming in, put some major tax deductions with it. Let me give you this next one. I got to go. Number 10, Lord help us today. Put some trade with it. Isn't that good? Coach T, Coach Ty, you better tell him, hey, put some trade with it, man. Lord have mercy. Now, let me tell you something. In my own ignorance, I had no clue what this trade thing was about. I had heard people talking about it. 53 now, was 50 before I even, oh, Lord, I just didn't get the memo on what I was missing out. Let me tell you what I was missing out on. Prince John, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for chiming in. Let me tell you what I was missing out on. I did not know, other than the stock market, which I have invested, other than mutual funds, which I have invested, I did not know that there was a thing called Forex until, as I said, 3 years ago, that this was a thing that is 20 times larger than the U.S. stock market. I did not know that the trade average on a daily basis, not weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annually, daily basis is about $6 to $8 trillion a day. I did not know that the banks themselves, and many, not just the banks, but the governments themselves, invest their money in the foreign exchange currency. I did not know these things. I also didn't know, and this is probably why, that to get started, now this was years ago until they changed the laws and the rules concerning it, thank God, that you would have needed to have a net worth in the millions, and you would have needed to come to the table if you wanted to participate with at least $100,000 as an initial deposit. I didn't know that. And if I would have known it, it wouldn't have changed anything because I didn't have it. But here's my point. It's changed now, baby. And because the rules have changed, you can plug into a company and into a group such as ours. And like myself, I'm learning Forex because I didn't learn this in school. I didn't learn it in the military. I didn't learn it anywhere, but I'm learning this thing now from scratch. And they will take you from a kindergarten level all the way up to a PhD level, and they will make you learn the things, cause you to learn the things that you probably had, like myself, no idea that they even existed. So I would encourage you that if you really want to level up, and this is an opportunity where you alone, by yourself, as you learn this thing, you can put yourself into a profitable scenario without a team, just by learning how to invest. There are people, we call them day traders. There are people that all they do is open up their laptop or their cell phone or their tablet every single day, make trades, and that is their full-time employment, and their employment takes good care of them. How would you like to be one of those types of persons? Now, I'm going to tell you, it is not a lottery ticket. It is an educational experience. It's about learning. That's why we have a state-of-the-art educational platform to learn this thing. You might be new to this, but you can be true to this when you learn to get an education. Somebody put it in the comments. Educate me, because that's what we're going to do if you're ready to go. Ty, you know what I'm talking about. Mamu, you know what I'm talking about. Prince Jai, I hope you know what I'm talking about. You need to call somebody. Mama G, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to the next one. Put some additional streams of income with it. Man, if you really want to level up for the new year coming, 2021, you better not have one level of income. You better not have one stream of income. Man, we got bills going out all kind of ways. Have you looked at the cost on a cell phone plan and the utilities, how the expenses of utilities and whether it's water or man, or have you seen medical bills, how everything is broke? Lord, Jesus, everything is so expensive today. I mean, it is ridiculous. And you talk about people who have degrees and are struggling to barely make it on a job that really the ceiling, they're almost they've almost tapped out, and they're nowhere near where they want to be. You need more income. And let me tell you what, it's probably in most cases not going to come from your job. If your job allowed you to work more hours, you'll be taxed at a higher rate. You'll be wore out, debt tired, and you really wouldn't be much further ahead than you are right now. Not only that, you can't listen carefully now. You can't will your job to anybody. Can't will it to your children. It's not transferable. And if it was, they probably wouldn't want it in most cases, 10 out of 10 times. So you got to have something, as we say, which is wisdom. You got to have something that can be passed on. A wise man leaves an inheritance for their children's children. Can you leave your job? No. So you need additional streams of income that are not coming from building someone else's vision. You need additional streams of income that comes from having your own vision and connecting with those, watch this, the dream team, those who you can vibe with that tribe, working collaboratively together and build something significant where every single person wins all together on one accord. And you can do that with additional streams of income. And you're probably saying, man, that sounds good, but what are you really talking about? Let me make it plain as I can. I'm going to make it plain, Jane. Here we go. I'm going to run through this very quickly. 12 ways, and these are all specific streams of income. And we have over 52 nations participating. And depending upon the nation, some areas may not be as fluid as others, but let me just give you the general stuff. Number one, we'll show you how to have a stream of income as it relates to Dreamcation dollars. That's just the fact that our company is literally going to put money in your account for you to travel on. Now, it's not money that you can go buy groceries with. It's not money that you can pay a car note with, but it's money you can travel with. Here's my thought. You say, well, that's not money. If you can travel with it, to me, it's money. Back in the day, when I was in Brooklyn, we used to, subway and bus, and, sometimes you would have a transfer, and you would have to have a token and all that type of stuff, or a bus pass. Do you know, depending upon who you was with, there were folk that were selling some of that stuff. Not me now, not me. But there was people out there, right? I told you it wasn't me. There was some people out there that were selling transfers. And all. Why? Because as long as they had something that would give you the opportunity to travel to get to where you needed to go, it was money, y'all. Dreamcation is not going to pay for groceries. It's not going to pay your car note, but it'll get you. Listen, it'll get you to Jamaica. It'll get you to the Bahamas. It'll get you to Cancun. It'll get you to Paris. It'll get you to the most beautiful places that you've always desired to go. There's money in the bank. That's a stream of income. Number two, as a travel agent, my wife and I, we've been travel agents now for just over 5 years. Praise the Lord. We enjoy it. We love it. Our commissions range from 70% to 80% every single time we set up our clients, taking great care of them. Listen, their rates, our goal is always to save money for them. And even in the cases where we don't save them money, here's our guarantee. Our customers never pay more. I'm going to say it again. Our customers never pay more. They will always pay the equivalent, and in many cases less than they will pay with other vendors that they've found online, but they will never pay more. But nonetheless, we're able to earn a commission by taking great care of our clients. And here's what our clients get from us. They get a service that's out of this world. And the company pays us 70 to 80% every single time. We've done it over and over again. Tens of thousands of dollars earned as a result of doing that. Travel agency referrals. Not only that, we have a team of travel agents. And those, let me go to this next one first. 50%. You saw 70, 80% on the travel agent commissions. The next one is we can refer our travel agent business to the corporation. The corporation will take care of all the details of all of that and pay us 50% as a commission because the corporation is handling it themselves. Does that make sense? So if we do the work, we earn 70 to 80%. If the corporation does the work for us, we just referred it to them, the corporation pays us 50%. But the fourth one is travel agency team overrides. That's beautiful, y'all. Man, I'm telling you, this week I was looking into my account. I get paid every Friday. Don't miss no paydays. You understand what I'm saying? I get paid every single Friday and saw some overrides. I had no clue who traveled, where they went. I just saw the commissions. Do you know what I did? I received those commissions because I poured training and time into training somebody on my team that has been taking their business seriously, and they've literally booked some travel. But as a result of the fact that they were a part of my team, the company paid me an override. Don't you just love those types of things? This is corporate America. Don't you think it's the same principle that they use? But I ain't got time to talk to you about that. Number 5, here's an additional stream of income. And notice, all of these streams of income are in one opportunity. Say it again. All of these streams of income are in one opportunity, in one space, within one house. You can go to work in one field and earn all of these different streams of income. Number 5, direct sales startup bonuses. That means every single time. Mo, good to see you, darling. Every single time you sponsor someone into the business and they want what you want, guess what? The company's going to pay you a bonus. Not only that, the persons that you sponsor into the business, once you get past your 3rd person and those persons begin to sponsor other persons, you're going to get what we call number 6, coded leadership overrides. Incredible. Man, you'll start getting bonuses and you're looking like, where in the world? Who's that? And you're just going to have a whole lot of BFFs because you're going to have some best friends that you don't even know who they are. But the reality is they're your best friend because those leadership bonuses will keep coming in. Number 7, hotel site commissions. We have a free hotel site that will save our customers money in contrast to the Expedia and the Priceline. And I want y'all to know 80% of the online search engines out there for travel, we call them OTAs, those travel agency sources, they are either a part of the Expedia network or they are part of the Priceline network. They're owned by one or the other. And there's not much difference in the prices. Well, guess what? We have a free service. You sign up for our service. In fact, whoever invited you to this presentation, they're part of our company. Make sure you get with them because you'll want their free site information because every single time you use it, not only are you going to save money, but you're going to get a 20% travel credit that you can continue to use for all of your future bookings. You might need a rental car in the future, another hotel, a flight, whatever you're going to need, those credits will accumulate and it's going to give you some free travel. So make sure you get with the person to get that. Number 7, so you get money. We get 25% commissions every single time we sign someone up on a free service and they use that service to make their booking. We get a 25% commission. Number 8, check this out. It's powerful. When we build a team of persons who give out their free sites and their customers use those free sites, remember, if it was the person who is in the business with us, uses those free sites, they earn a 25% commission. But if they're on our team and they're under us and we have a team of more than 3 persons, we collect override commissions on our team members. That's called hotel site overrides. Now, I could show you numbers on this, but I don't want to take all day. I just want to let you know that if you're really going to level up your 2021, you need to get in a position. You need to lock arms with this type of opportunity where you have all these different ways that you can get paid week after week after week. And I'm telling you, it just gets better and better over time. But number 9, that's my favorite, and we're going to talk about that one for just a moment. That's called daily residual pay. Every single day, you have the opportunity to see payments, to see profits going into your account. Now, we collect them weekly. We draw them out weekly if you choose to, or you can let them build up. It's on you. You decide. But every single day, you see a deposit made into your account. That's called the daily residual pay. In fact, we have it set that at the top of the comp plan, it goes up to $1.2 million a year. I tell people this all the time. Even if it takes 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to build my organization to get to the top of the organization, earning $1.2 million a year, let me ask you a question. What career path have you selected thus far that you have it that by the time you have really maximized that particular career path, the end result of that is $1.2 million a year? So why are we having a conversation about, man, I don't know about? Listen, We have people that have six-figure income and working for somebody else for a job that can be snatched away from them at any time, a job that can change their benefits, a job that can change their management. They can change everything at any time they want. That's not even tax deductible. And people put 80 hours a week to earn that $100,000 a year. And that's great. It's good. But here's the reality. If you took that same energy, come on here, I need to talk to somebody. If you took that same, if you're really a go-getter, if you're really a person that knows how to make things happen, I'm talking about for real, for real. If you're that type of individual and you took, I won't even say the same energy. If you took half of that energy and you put it into this opportunity, do you really think it's going to take you 10, 15, 20 years to get to the 1.2 million? No, it's not. Because we have people that are getting doggone close to it right now. And we've only been in business for 8 years. Listen very carefully. Daily residual pay, we're going to talk about that. Ambassador perks, man, we got it where every single year you would think that we got enough vacations, but we don't. We got yachts to put you on. We got places, with butlers and concierge services, getting picked up in limos and all this type of stuff. We got all of that for you. Just become an ambassador because you're already earning a six-figure income working from home just online already. But we want to really step it up. We want to split profits. When the company earns profits every quarter, you'll be getting a portion of those. We have a car bonus program. And then, of course, we'll show you where you can earn your personal investments, profits from just being part of our trade program. So all of that's there. And we're talking about ways. That's right, Mamu. We're talking about various ways in one place. I don't know how many ways they pay you on your job, but I'm telling you, we got over a dozen ways that you can add at least 12 stream of income into your house. Let me share this one with you. This is the daily residual pay. As you build a team of 3 people, we have what we call a binary compensation plan. A component, one aspect is called daily residual pay. And all you need to qualify for that is you need to have 3 people that are direct to you that want what you want. And you need to have at least one person on each side. That's why we call it a binary. That third person can go on either side. But let's just focus on the one on the left and one on the right. Well, as a result of having that one on the left and the one on the right and the other person on either side, then you're what we call residual pay qualified. And once you become residual pay qualified, I want you to notice how these numbers work. Because we have a program called Travel Traders. That's what I am. My wife and I, not only are we certified travel agents, but we're now in a program learning Forex trade. We're trading foreign currencies. It's the foreign currency exchange. And again, I've already mentioned it. This is the most lucrative undertaking on the planet. $6 to $8 trillion a day is being exchanged all around the globe. Banks invest in it. Governments invest in it. In fact, the banks take our money, the money that we're getting 0.5% or less on, that money is being invested. A good bulk of it is being invested into the foreign exchange. So we think we're getting a good deal. No, we're not getting a good deal. They're getting a good deal. And now we're going to show you how you can take that same money that you got sitting there collecting dust. We're going to show you how to do more than that. It's going to be gold dust that's going to collect when you learn through our program. Daily residual pay. So you can have customers on each side of your business. As long as you have 3 business partners and you begin to show those 3 business partners working together. Now, those 3 business partners, they're going to bring in 2 types of people. They're going to bring in business partners and they're also going to bring in customers. But we'll treat them all as customers because really it all starts with 3. One on one side, one on the other. When you have 4 customers on each side of your business, you're already earning $3,600 a year. Dr. Jackson, good to see you, man. Let's talk. Inbox me. Say it again. 4 customers, guys, who are travel traders. Every single year, you're earning $3,600 a year, and all you have is 4 customers on each side of your business. Total of 8. That's unheard of. It still baffles me. You say $3,600 is not a lot of money, right? Well, let's just say it this way. Maybe you want to get rid of your cell phone bill. How many of you would like to get rid of that? Or maybe you want to make sure, whatever you pay on gas every month, you want to get rid of your gas bill or your eating out bill or whatever. Think of something like that. That will take care of that. And while it's taking care of that, you're also getting free travel at the same time. Look at that next level. 14 customers on each side, total of 28. That's $18,000+ a year. Say it again. 14 customers on each side of your organization, left side and right side. That's over $18,000 a year. Bump it up to 20 customers. That's a total of 40 together, but 20 on your left, 20 on your right. Remember, you don't know all 20 of those customers on your left or your right. You're connected to the 3. But because of those 3, they brought in customers. Some of them brought in business partners, and it's all going to have the same effect. And as long as you have 20 on your left, 20 on your right, that's an extra 30 grand a year. Could I just ask you a matter of fact type of question? Would you thumb your nose up at an extra $30,000 a year when all it would really take is getting in position and working to have 20 customers on your left and 20 customers on your right? What would you do with an extra 30 grand every year in your household? How much would it change your lifestyle? What type of other options might it give you? Let's keep going. We're going to go 100 customers on your left, 100 customers on your right. Let me just say this quickly. That's 90 grand plus a year, y'all. Take it serious, because we're talking about an opportunity that can not only change your life, it can change your generations in front of you. It can change life as you know it. I don't need to go all the way down to 6,000 customers on your left and 6,000 customers on your right, because again, you're talking about the $1 million earning potential. But let's just keep it right here for a moment. These are the types of things that we, week after week, we share a presentation, and many times you look at it and you don't take it serious. That's foolish. Get your questions answered. Ask the questions. There's no dumb question. Full disclosure, full transparency. Ask any question and compare this to anything out there that you've seen. And this is what I will tell you. There's nothing as simple and nothing as valuable as this. Number 12, a dozen ways to level up your new year. Put some major options and alternatives with it. See, we talked about all the other stuff, but here's what's going to happen when you really level up. Now you can consider early retirement. It doesn't have to be a dream or a wish. It can become a reality. Now you have additional career choices, because maybe you're in a career that you've done it and you thought about doing something else, but you didn't see how you can make a move, how you can make a switch. Well, with this type of income that I'm sharing with you, you have opportunities and other options now. Maybe you want to go ahead and establish that leg or build up or buff up that legacy fund for your children or grandchildren. I know they wouldn't mind you doing that. Debt elimination, ministry funding. Kathleen, it's good to see you, darling. Ministry funding, cause funding. Some of us, we have areas of ministry or a cause that's important to us. How much more can we give when we have it to give, when it's not based upon a very limited and a very finite source? Support for parents. Maybe some of us, we have parents and we know as they're getting older, we want to do something special for them. We want to make sure we have the means to take great care of them. Maybe you want to do that for your children or other members of the family. Maybe you have vacations and travel in mind or investment fund in mind. Maybe you want to start investing in real estate and you want to make sure that you have the funds to do that or start another business. Whatever those things are, what I'm sharing with you today is that you have options and alternatives as a result of doing that. I'll close out with this as I get ready to get on another call. It's from one of my favorite books, a gentleman by the name of Mark Batterson. This book is called Chase the Lion. I would encourage you to look it up. He says, most people believe God is real, but few people actually live like it. The result is a widening gap between their theology and their reality. Could I challenge you today to make sure that you don't have that gap in your life? Could I challenge you that you want to make sure that you build a bridge between your theology and your reality? It makes no sense to keep saying about all this power, all this greatness, all this faith, all this, that, and the other, and we live in such a weakening state of existence. If you're looking for an excuse, you'll always find one. If you're looking for an opportunity, you'll always find one. Lion chasers have an eye for an opportunity. Maybe you're that type of individual. I don't know who it is. Maybe one of our UK team members invited you to this call. Amen, Tanya. Maybe one of our members in Canada. Maybe one of our members somewhere in South Africa. Maybe one of our members in Mexico. It doesn't matter. Connect with the person that invited you to this opportunity. Get your questions answered. Stop making excuses, because you can make an excuse or you can make a difference. And if you're going to make a difference, you got to make a change. He said this, Mark Batterson did. He said, we don't die when our hearts stop beating with blood. We die when our hearts stop beating with purpose and dreams for which we were born. I'm a big advocate of whatever your dreams are, you got to keep moving in that direction. And maybe tonight on this evening, you've heard something that was said that your heart is starting to beat with that dream again. You're giving blood to your dream. And that's what we want to do. We want you to stop living in that sleep-like state of existence like a zombie from Monday through Friday. You're almost hating it because that's when you're at work and you live for the weekend. No, every day can be a weekend. Every day your life can be full of purpose if you get with the right people and begin to make the right choices. He said this, if you take 30 linear steps, you're 90 feet from where you started. But he says, but if you take 30 exponential steps, you've circled the earth 26 times. Faith isn't linear. Faith is exponential. That's to say that it may not all make sense. It may not all be something that you can figure out on the calculator. You don't know how you're going to do this or the other. But we say to you, just do it. We say to you, take the risk, and the faith will make the difference for you. And last but not least, he says, if you want to dream bigger dreams, get around dreamers. You've heard tonight from a dreamer, myself, and you've been surrounded on this call. And Gwen, I love you, darling. Good to see you. You've heard tonight, hopefully, something that has stimulated your vision. This is what the word of God says. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keeps the law, happy is he. There are so many of us, the only vision we had when we were children. Do you remember that time frame when our dreams were so much sweeter? Do you remember that time frame when our beliefs were so much purer? Do you believe that time frame when we believed that nothing for us was impossible? We can get back to that spot when we start envisioning what God has in mind for us again today. We have something very special for Christmas season. Between now and Christmas Eve, we have a very simple process for our team members. We have a video, we have a survey, and we have a team of persons waiting to get on the phone to receive that call from you. When you watch the videos, when you take that survey, when you complete that call, you will automatically be entitled to one of the 3-night vacations. It's a getaway that you can take up to 18 months to really take the travel. You can book it right away, but you can take it up to 18 months away from the time you get started. And in doing so, we have over 70 destinations for you to choose from. All you do, watch the video, take the survey, and complete the call, and that 3-night getaway is yours. I've shared with you tonight what has been my joy to do, and that's a dozen ways to level up for your new year. I want to thank you for giving me your time tonight. Mama G, much love to you. We're about to jump on that call. Give all the UK family my love. My move, thank you so very much, darling. You know I ain't got nothing but love for you. Can't wait to see you. Coach T, I'm with you. I love that daily residual pay. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes, part of the dream team. We want to get that education. We are travel traders. Absolutely right. You got to get you a home-based business. Kevin is in the house. Get you a home-based business. Thank y'all so very much. We'll see you on the corporate call tonight. If you've been watching this presentation and you're encouraged by what you see, stimulated by what you see, get with the person that invites you to this presentation. And if you're really ready to go, they got a call that they're going to be on, and you should be on that call too. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I'm out, and I'll see you on the next go round. God bless.